Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I got another new bike to show you guys. Take a look at this one. This is the new Lectric XPress 2.0. Yeah, I never had the original Express, but I'm glad I have this one. This is a nice one. Yep, this thing's got some pep. I'm surprised. Let's talk about it, okay? Now, let me read you real quickly some of the things that Lectric has sent me to kind of tell you guys. I think that might be quicker. It says the XPress2 commuter is a high-step HS, high-step model designed for aggressive, performance-driven riding, while the XPress2 cruiser, which is the one we have here, is a step-through, or ST, model that embraces its role as a true comfort cruiser with a relaxed geometry and swept-back handlebars for easy upright travel. Yeah, they're talking about these handlebars. I like them. All right. Upgrades include things like a premium Suntour XM suspension fork with a through axle, rare at this price point. I agree. This is a good suspension system, and that through axle is probably the best I've seen. I'm telling you, look at the side on this thing. You gotta push that thing there, pull that thing there. I'm telling you, this is probably the best through axle I've ever seen. Okay, it's paired with the updated Star Union 602 hydraulic disc brakes. So there's the Star Union 602. Here's their rotors. It's 180 millimeters there. Back here. Yep. It's got the Lectric M24 motor. That thing's really quiet. Yeah, talk about the motor in a bit too. So it's got good stopping power, 3.5-inch TFT color display, which is there. I know it's hard to see with these sun hitting it right now. It's fine with me, but somehow cameras don't seem to put it to justice. We'll go through all the menu stuff too. I'm gonna do that inside, so watch towards the end of the video to see how to do all that stuff. Fast charging capabilities get you back on the road in under 3 hours. Yeah, they gave you a faster charger as well. 65 miles of range if you're nice and lightweight. If you're nice and lightweight on smooth, non-hilly roads, you can do about 65 miles. Okay, and you can do torque and cadence sensor. You can toggle between that. So yeah, it's got all the features that people are looking for. I'll say this, okay? The bike is not super heavy. It runs really well. The tires are really nice too. I'm talking about tires and it's moving on me here. Let's go ahead and turn it here. Sometimes it's hard to keep it on the road without it moving by itself. No, it's kind of a street type tire, which I really like because I ride a lot on the streets, as you know. Nice and quiet, okay? Quick release pedals. Let me show you these pedals. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. I've got the camera in one hand. All you gotta do is pull this little thing here. You see this? Pull this, comes right off. You see? Put it there, pull it, stick it back in. That is convenient. I wish all manufacturers had something similar to this. Because, you know, if you put the bike down somewhere and you need to lay it on its side or something, usually the pedals get in your way. Not anymore. Shimano Altus derailleur. Yeah, trigger shifters right up here. 8 speeds. An adjustable handlebar stem. Yeah, this thing really adjusts quite a bit, by the way. What else? Comes with the rear rack. There's front headlight, rear tail light. There's metal fenders on here. This is the headlight. They're giving the advanced headlights now, the bigger headlights. Yeah, pricing $1,399. Yeah. Use my affiliate link if you're interested in one of these things, okay? Because that does help us. Lets Lectric know that we're doing our job. XPress2, it's basically, yeah, to me, it's a nice commuter style bike. Yeah. 5 levels of pedal assist, which is done through here on this control pad here. You got a left-handed thumb throttle, which works really good. Let me say this thing has a lot of pep. As I was riding it here, I was surprised how quick this thing started up and goes. Yeah, it does not hesitate. It just goes, man. So 5 levels of pedal assist. You know, you got things like Eco, Tour, Sport, Sport Plus, Turbo modes. So class 1, 2, or 3, or even California. Yeah, California's got some rulings of their own. I have it currently set mine for class 3. So what this is, again, for those who don't know, class 1 is 20 miles per hour pedaled, no throttle. Class 2 is 20 miles an hour pedaled and throttled. Class 3 is 28 miles per hour pedaled, no throttle, okay? But what I've done here on theirs, if you do class 3, it is 28 miles pedaled, throttled to 20. And that's what I have my bike set up for now. And then there's the California version, okay? 14 amp hour battery is underneath here. You can charge it right here. There's a little charging port right there. That's the battery on the down tube there. I'll show you this side here. This is where you take the battery out if you want to charge it separately, or take the battery out. There's a key thing there. I have my keys just hanging right here, right? Okay. The bike is certified to UL 2849. And additionally, the lithium ion battery certification goes to UL 2271. Okay, puncture resistant 27.5 by 2.1 inch slick tires, is designed for easy commute. And of course, it has slime inside the tires, which has been a standard thing for Lectric for quite a while now. Yep. Free shipping. They don't charge you for shipping. Okay. Assembly time under 5 minutes, they claim. I don't know about that. If you know what you're doing, maybe. Yeah. If you haven't built a bike before, it might take you a little longer. But so you can charge the battery in under 3 hours with the a optional 5.0 amp hour fast charger. Okay, but the included charger is pretty quick as well, so that's no problems for that. Okay. Chainstay, of course, has a rubberized type of thing here to keep the chain slap from hitting up your paint job there. I did not experience any ghost pedaling on this bike. Ghost pedaling is when you're pedaling your bike and you don't feel like you're in control of pedaling anymore. It's like the motor took over, right? No, you feel it. I have mine currently set up on torque sensor, which I'll probably leave on because I think it feels really good that way. This thing, you push this thing up here and pull this thing out here, okay? When you do that, this whole thing will rotate, so you can change the entire handlebar stem angle the way you like it. I'll tell you, the swept back handles really are nice. It's an upright seating position. Speaking of seat, this is the standard Lectric seat. I will have to say, I'm not a big fan of their saddle. I never have been. I usually want to change it out, but again, if you're okay with it, it's fine. It's got cushiness to it. Okay, I just like mine's a little bit wider, that's all. So, what other goodies does it have? I think I covered most of it. Yep. Okay. Well, let's take it out for a ride. We'll talk a little bit more about it as we go, okay? Okay, I hope this gives us a good enough angle so you can at least see the handlebar and the display screen while we're riding through here. Yeah, it rained today. I didn't think I would be able to do this review. Yeah, the bike comes out tomorrow, which would be today as you're watching it. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss the opening of the bike. I don't want to be late to the game. Yeah, I got the bike about a week or so ago, so I haven't had a chance to really go out and ride it. Yeah, usually I do a ride before I do the entire reviews. I didn't do that this time. Yeah, we've had rain, we've had weird weather, and then today, today's a Monday, we're gonna release this on Tuesday. It rained in the morning. You can kind of see the roads are a little bit wet, and I was really depressed. I was thinking I would be able to do this on Monday, which is today, and then it rained on me, and I said, oh man. But hey, it stopped, and then it started to dry up. So I says, I think I can do it. So there you go. First off, let me say thank you to Lectric for continuing to send bikes to me. I do appreciate it very much. They are a really good company. I got to meet a lot of the people there, and have to say, the people make the company, right? They do. Customer service has always been good. Yep. Yeah, this ride's really nice. I mean, it's very smooth. The step over design, I will say that you do have to step up a little higher than maybe some bikes. The step over height is a little bit different than maybe others. I'll put some graphics up. I don't have them all with me right now, but the graphics is fine. Just take a look on the screen. It'll tell you what it is. But if you check the website, you'll find all that information, of course. Yeah, they sent it to me, like I said, just about a week or so ago with very minimal information about the bike. But I don't think we need to know that much about it, really. To me, it's a very straightforward bike. It's a commuter style. It's so quiet. I mean, their motors lately have always been very quiet. There was a highlight. They told us about this when we visited them a year and something ago. And listen, that's really quiet. Some motors you can really hear it, not this one. So all of their stuff is getting better and better. That's always a highlight, right? Now I am pedaling. I'm in the Sports Plus mode right now. I don't want to go too fast. I'm not even supposed to be on this particular path. Our area has been a little bit more regulated now, but really nobody's out here checking anything. But you know, if you want to stay by the law, there's certain things we can and cannot do, but hey, you know, we're doing it now. All right, now here's one thing. There is no bell on this bike, so I'm gonna have to yell out a little bit here. I'm on your left. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one thing that I've always said Lectric can do is put a bell on this bike. Put a bell on all your bikes. I know they have them as options, but really, put a bell on the bike, okay? That's my one criticism. All right, what else do we got here? Suspension feels really good. You know, we're hitting bumps on the road and we're bouncing around pretty good here, no problem. All right, we're gonna stop here. Got traffic coming through. We'll let them go through first, then we will go on. Yeah, in our area, we are supposed to be riding on the streets. Wave to the police officer there. Police officer sitting there waiting to catch somebody for speeding. Yeah, a lot of the cop cars nowadays, they're kind of unmarked. But hey, I can see a cop car and recognize it from a mile away. Well, I am from former law enforcement, so there you go. So I kind of know. All right, anyway, on this road up ahead, they have a radar on there. It tells you how fast you're going, okay? I checked it against the display screen. I was doing 20 miles an hour. That thing registered 20. So they are right on the money with this bike. That's good. I've seen some bikes where it'll say 20. Oh, there goes a rabbit. It'll say 20 on here, but it'll be like 18 over there. So no, this one tells you 20. It is 20. I varied it a little bit. I went down to 18. It showed 18. So yeah, it's right on the money. Now you might be wondering why I'm on this side of the line. This side here is not a bike path. It is it's a parking lane. Okay, it's for parking cars. But if you notice here, we have a symbol for a bike. It's to tell the cars that hey, bikes are allowed on this road as well. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, let's try shifting the shifters here. You get to see how I test out a bike before I even do anything. Yeah, everything's moving really good. Everything's functioning the way it should be. Let's go to a semi-stop here. I don't always totally stop, as you know. Let's gear up here. The back trigger finger for your index finger moves up. The one on the thumb moves it down, okay? So we're on number 7 now. Let's go to 8, gear 8. Yeah, very smooth, everything moves well. Pads here, you can go up and down, all right? And that changes your pedal assist levels, okay? They call it, well, off means nothing. Eco, plus, tour, you know, well, eco. I see the plus, that's a plus or minus thing. Eco, tour, sport plus, and turbo mode, okay? As I'm shifting through this with my thumb, I can feel the assistance happening quite a bit on the motor. It does have turn signals, okay? If I click this, there's a left turn. If I click on this side, there's your right. Clicking it a second time will stop the turn signal. And let's pedal. Yeah, feels good. It's smooth. I'll have to say, I'm very impressed at the $13.99 price point. It's a very substantial feel. I don't feel like I'm missing anything here. No, not at all, actually. Swept back handlebars keeps my back straight. I'll show you some riding footage as well. I'm doing 22.9 right now. I'm not moving very hard. This is torque sensor that I'm on. Let's go ahead and turn here. We'll use the turn signal. Turn signal is just in the back, just so that you know. Hit it a second time, cancel out the turn signal. Yeah, here's the thing. You know, when you're riding your bike and you got wet pavement, you got to be aware of that and, you know, make sure you don't slide out or anything like that. But the pavement is pretty much dried up for the most part. I do see some parts of it being a little bit wet, but yeah, just keep your eyes open. Now, the one thing I didn't add yet on here, because like I said, I just got the bike not too long ago. I haven't had a chance to put things on here. I usually put a side view mirror, left side view mirror on my bike so that I can see what cars are coming up from behind. I did not get a chance to do that yet, but I will do that. I suggest you do that too. Yeah, there's plenty of side view mirrors available. I have suggestions in the description of my videos, so you can always look up that. See what kind of mirrors I've bought in the past. All right, let's pedal some more. I was throttling there. We got a headwind hitting us right now. So if you hear any extra wind, well, that's what you're hearing. No complaints. The thing is I've mentioned in the past that a lot of my reviews always seem to be fairly positive, and okay, the car's letting me go. This is what happens, you know, they had the right of way to go, but they want me to go first. In this area, I'll tell you, the cars are very courteous to the bikes. So, what were we talking about? He threw my train of thought off. Oh, okay. Yeah, all of the bikes typically that I accept for reviews are from companies that I've decided to work with because I know that the quality is going to be good. I don't usually like to review bikes that I have a feeling is not going to be so good. And I will tell you that Lectric has impressed me quite a bit since going to visit with them and working with them for the last year and a half or year and whatever amount of time we've been working together. Always very responsive company. I've seen their customer service. I've talked to a number of them over there. They're good people. Yeah. I've talked to the service guys. I've talked to the guys in the warehouse. No, yeah, it's a very, very strong company. They do a lot of good things as far as donation of monies to charities and everything. You don't see that often in some companies. They are a US-based company. You want a US-based manufacturer. Obviously, the bikes come from other parts of the world. It doesn't, you know, it's not made here, but everything is all put together properly, you know, and shipped properly. I'll say this, when the box of this bike came in, there was a nice big gash in the side, well, it was the top of the box. So I was wondering, oh man, is it going to be damaging anything? No, they have good packing. It didn't hit anything. But yeah, you know, FedEx kind of damaged the box really good, as they usually do. It was fine. It was fine. A lot of cardboard. They use a lot of cardboard and paper. Yeah. They use string too. They hold a lot of stuff together with string. But hey, it works. As long as it works, that's fine with me. Yeah, no complaints. This bike is doing really well. For $13.99, it's a good competitive bike. You've got hydraulic brakes that are strong. See, you can hear me skidding. I hit it hard just to see what it does. And then you should not do that, by the way. But I mean, we're testing, right? Good hydraulic brakes to stop you when you need to do that. You can pedal to 28 if you put it on Class 3 mode. It'll throttle to 20. You know, they're trying to stay within somewhat part of the law. There's a California thing there too. I did not try that one yet. I'm not in California, so, but yeah, this is a nice bike. Yeah, I would recommend it. What colors do they have? I think they have the Stratus white. Do they have black? I think they have black. I'm not sure. I'll put a graphic up. We have not had enough time with this bike in order for us to be able to remember all of the details. And like I said, I didn't get a lot of details about the bike in the first place. I don't even have the weight of the bike, I don't think. But I'll tell you, from just lifting it, it wasn't so bad. The weight with the packaging was 100 pounds. Yeah. But like I said, they've got some really heavy duty cardboard. The cardboard had a lot of weight. Yeah, just lifting up the packaging. But the bike itself is not that heavy in comparison. Check the website. Because I think by the time I have to release this video for the review, I won't even be able to see it on the website, and I don't have enough time to ask them yet. So I apologize for that, but we're trying to get the review out on time with everybody else, which will be tomorrow, yeah, as I'm going through this. So yeah, we'll have it out. We'll have it out, but I'm gonna have to ask you to check the website for certain things that you might want to know, like step over height. I could measure the step over height, but I don't have anything to measure the weight of the thing. So, apologize for that. Let's turn here. We'll use the turn signal. Nobody's behind me anyway, so, but got to get in the habit of it, right? You just use your thumb. Yeah, hit the button, hit it a second time, turn it off. That's all it is. It's very easy. Let's do it again. We'll go to the left here. Okay. Hit it again, turn it off. Yeah, it's just getting used to it, that's all. Good bike. Another excellent bike from Lectric. Hey, if you like the review, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button too while you're there. It does help us out. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have more stuff to show you on the menu, so you can see how we change things in the menu, and you get an idea how to work that. Okay, just stay tuned, watch that to the end. Thanks again to Lectric for supplying the bike for me to review and to ride for this season. And yeah, high recommendations. Okay, let me show you real quickly how the display screen works and the advanced functions in it. So to turn on the bike, all you do is you push the center button right here, push and hold that. And then you'll see the little Lectric logo pop up. This first screen tells you some information. 70% battery power I have left. This is your speedometer. It's in miles per hour. You can change that to kilometers per hour if you need to. This is your pedal assist levels. It goes from off through a bunch of others. We'll see that in a second. And it shows you that there's 3 types of screens that you can see, all right? So on this screen, if I wanted to increase the pedal assist, all I do is I use these buttons here. This whole control pad, the up button, down button. There's a left and right turn signal here as well. Let me do the turn signal real quick, just so you can see that. So if you do that, you'll see it's blinking. The rear tail light will blink, so you can see that. And then to turn it off, just go ahead and push that same right button again, and that will turn it off. Do the same thing for the left here. Push it. To turn it off, just push it again. That'll turn it off, okay? And as far as the up and down on this side, that changes your pedal assist. So you see you have Eco Mode, Tour, Sport, Sport Plus, and Turbo Mode. So as you move up and down this levels, it'll give you more additional motor assistance when you're pedaling, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other screens. To do that, just push your power button, don't hold it down, just push it and it'll go to the next level. So it shows you this, again, you're in Tour mode, 70% battery power, you're at 0 miles per hour, right now we're not moving. Your cadence in RPM, your trip time, okay, and that's hours, minutes, and seconds, your trip distance, and then your odometer. So currently I have 9 miles on this particular bike right now, okay. And then the next screen, if you again hit the power button, just touch it, goes to the next screen. Again, this general information on the top here stays the same. Your pedal assist, your battery, and your speedometer. And then over here, it tells you input power in watts, the motor power in watts, how much amps is being utilized, and then the current voltage of the battery, right? So you have those options. You just push the center of the power button to toggle between those 3 screens, okay? All right, now if you want to get to the advanced functions of the menu, push and hold the plus and minus buttons together. So I'll do that. And it'll go right in here. So screen brightness, how bright do you want the screen? And again, you just use the up and down buttons on the control pad. Sleep is how long do you want the sleep time to be? I have it set for 10 minutes right now. Okay. Distance in units, this is miles a kilometer. That's where you change it. Again, I'm pushing the down button. Trip time, motion aware or elapsed time. So you can set the trip time to be on motion aware, meaning if your bike is on, but you're not actually moving the bike, it's not going to count in your trip time, okay? That's motion aware. Elapsed time, if you set it for that, then even if you don't ride the bike, as long as the bike is on, it keeps counting your trip time, okay? I think motion aware is better for people who want to see how much time was I actually riding on the bike. So I'm going to leave it at that. Push the center button again, puts it out. And let's go to tire size, and the tire size is 27.5 inches. You want to leave it at that because that's the size of our tires. So you don't want to mess with that. Bike classification. Okay, this is where you can choose class 1, class 2, or class 3, or California class. Okay, so I'm not in California, so I'm not using California class. All right, I have it currently set for class 3. Again, class 1 is 20 miles per hour pedaled with no help from throttle. Class 2 is 20 miles per hour pedaled and 20 miles per hour throttled. Class 3 in this bike is 28 miles per hour pedaled, but 20 miles per hour throttled, okay? All right, what happens when we go to California class 3? Yeah, it doesn't tell me, so I can't tell you what it basically means. I'm not in California. So I'm gonna put myself back at standard class 3, okay? My guess means that maybe that takes the throttle off, because true class 3 is 28 miles per hour pedaled with no throttle at all. So that's what I'm gonna guess that is. If it's not right, let me know. But Russ is always right, I told you guys. So you tell me, okay? All right, we're gonna leave mine at class 3. And then you have assistance level. If you push that button here, standard torque multiplier or increased torque multiplier. I have it on standard multiplier. So if you want the torque thing to be even more, you can change that, but I'm leaving it at standard, okay? Further down, you have pedal sensor. If you push the center button again, it'll say, do you want the torque sensor or cadence sensor? Okay, so you can flip it between the two, okay? If you want torque, push the button here. That'll be your torque sensor, right? Go down one more, and whoops, went too far. Throttle PS toggle. So you can change that if you want to have the throttle active or inactive, or active and active. So right now I have it on PAS active and throttle active, which means the throttle will basically run even when the pedal assist level is running, okay? So that's where I have it. I'm gonna leave it at that point. Throttle output. So I have it currently at full throttle output at all PAS levels. So even if I'm at the lowest PAS level of pedal assist, if I hit that throttle full blast, it'll give me 20 miles an hour, okay? If you put it on the top one, that means it's limited based on PAS level, which means if you're on the lowest level, which is eco mode, I'm not sure, but let's say the eco mode does say 10 miles an hour, then your throttle will only do 10 miles an hour. So whatever PAS level you're on, your throttle will match that PAS level. I personally like having full throttle anytime I need it because it might be an emergency thing. So I leave it at this bottom one, okay? Then throttle zero start. So the throttle will still be active from a standstill, or throttle will only be active when moving, when you're already moving. I put it on the first one because sometimes I use the throttle to get started, all right? So if I'm just standing up on the pedals and getting ready to sit on the saddle, if I hit the throttle, my bike is gonna move. If you use the bottom one, the bike will only throttle if you're already moving, okay? Some people like this because it's safer for them, but a lot of times I use the throttle to get myself going, so I use the top one. There's a walk mode. You can decide how fast you want the walk mode to go, or you can turn the walk mode off altogether. Okay, it's currently set for 3 miles per hour. Light operation. There we go. Lights are off until the manually turned on, or lights are flashing when the bike is on and then manually turned on, flashing stops. I'm going to leave it at their default, which is the top one. Odometer reset, of course, if you're resetting everything. I'm not going to just change the odometer settings, and that's it. Okay, when you're done with that, just hold down the hold down the plus and minus buttons together, and that should pop us back out. Okay, there you go. Thanks again to Lectric for providing a new bike for us to ride for this season. I'm very impressed with the XPress 2.0 because it seems to offer a lot for the money. $13.95, very hard to beat. If you're interested in one of these bikes, go ahead and go to the affiliate link that I have in the description of the video. That helps me out, helps everybody else out as well, and purchase through that link. That doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does let Lectric know that you came through my channel when you made the purchase. Okay? All right, thanks again. Talk to you guys next time.